Did you know that 70% of wealthy families lose their fortune by the second generation? And 90% lose it by the third? Shocking, right? You might think that rich families just sit back and watch their money grow. But in reality, they work hard to keep their wealth alive, and it all starts with how they manage their finances internally. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into how the rich handle their money. From how they build and protect their wealth, to how they teach the next generation to manage it, the strategies they use are far different from what most people know. You'll learn about the secret practices that allow them to keep their wealth intact, even as it passes from one generation to the next. We'll reveal how wealthy families think about money, how they teach their children to manage it, and how they keep their finances strong. Get ready to discover the hidden world of financial strategies that the rich don't want you to know. Stick around, because what you learn might just change the way you look at money forever. Chapter 1. Wealthy Beginnings. The art of financial legacy building. Wealthy families start their financial journey early, but it's not about simply accumulating money. Instead, it's about building a legacy. For example, many rich families create trusts to protect their wealth from taxes, lawsuits, or poor financial decisions. This isn't just about protecting assets. It's about ensuring that wealth remains within the family for generations. According to the 2020 Family Wealth Report, 70% of wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation, and 90% by the third. That's why the early stages of wealth building are crucial. Setting up a family office, a private organization that manages a family's wealth, allows for personalized financial planning. This office typically helps with investments, tax strategies, and philanthropy. The goal isn't to grow money quickly, it's to preserve it and pass it on. Even if you have millions, the real game is how to sustain that wealth over time. A wealthy family's finances aren't just about what they have, it's about what they leave behind. Chapter 2. Living the Blueprint. How rich families budget without limits. When you think about budgeting, most people focus on how to save money. Wealthy families think about how to grow it. Instead of cutting back on spending, they prioritize investing in opportunities that multiply their wealth. For example, many rich families create a wealth blueprint, a roadmap for how their money will be allocated between investments, real estate, and businesses. They tend to focus on high-return investments like private equity or venture capital, rather than traditional stocks or bonds. One striking statistic is that 90% of the wealthiest families invest in private equity. They also make sure to reinvest a portion of their income to generate passive income streams. It's not about trimming expenses, it's about investing for the long haul. The difference between the rich and the middle class is how they see money. It's not a tool for spending but for growing. Chapter 3. The Millionaire Mindset. Learning what money can't buy. Wealthy families don't just teach their kids how to manage money. They teach them how to think about it. They believe that mindset is key to wealth creation. In fact, 85% of wealthy individuals attribute their success to their mindset and relationships rather than education or background. They invest heavily in education, mentorship, and networking. For example, many families enroll their children in elite educational institutions not just for the degrees but for the connections they'll make. These schools often provide access to high-net-worth networks that offer opportunities far beyond traditional jobs. Families also teach their children the importance of strategic risk-taking. Wealthy parents believe that failure isn't the end, it's part of the learning process. The mindset of the wealthy isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about using them as stepping stones. The key to success is not avoiding failure, but learning from it, says author and entrepreneur Robert Kiyosaki. This mindset ensures that even in tough times, the rich find ways to bounce back. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned as we dive into more strategies that can help you grow your wealth. Chapter 4. Family First, Finances Second. The Secrets of Money Talks. One of the most unique practices in wealthy families is the way they discuss money. While most people avoid talking about finances, the rich make it a family conversation. Open communication about money is a crucial part of their wealth building strategy. Wealthy families hold regular meetings to discuss their finances, investments, and goals. According to the Institute for Preparing Heirs, 75% of families that have these conversations are more likely to maintain their wealth across generations. During these meetings, everyone, from children to grandparents, participates. The idea is to make sure everyone is on the same page about the family's financial future. By discussing money openly, they avoid the financial misunderstandings that often lead to conflicts. Wealthy families understand that transparency is key. They also teach their heirs the importance of responsibility and stewardship. The next generation is expected to make informed financial decisions, not just inherit money blindly. A family's wealth isn't just about what they have, it's about how they manage it together. Chapter 5. Teaching Wealth. Passing down financial wisdom. Not just assets. Wealthy families know that handing down assets isn't enough. They teach their children the skills to manage and grow wealth. This is where financial education becomes a family value. According to the Citi Private Bank 2021 report, 45% of wealthy families say financial education is the most important gift they can give their children. This education goes beyond the basics of budgeting. It involves understanding investment strategies, tax optimization, and the value of charitable giving. Wealthy parents often hire financial advisors or coaches to teach their children about wealth management, starting at a young age. In fact, many rich families have a financial curriculum they follow, with lessons that evolve as children get older. They teach their heirs how to make long-term financial decisions, not just quick, reactive choices. It's not the money that makes you wealthy, but how you manage it, says financial expert Suze Orman. This long-term mindset prepares the next generation to protect and grow the family's wealth. Chapter 6. Think like the elite. How wealthy families think differently about risk. The rich don't avoid risk, they manage it. Wealthy families have a unique approach to risk that allows them to thrive even in uncertain times. While most people fear taking financial risks, the wealthy understand that strategic risk is essential to wealth creation. They invest in assets that have the potential for high returns, such as real estate, stocks, and private businesses. A study by Bain & Company found that 70% of wealthy families believe in taking calculated risks. The key difference is that they don't take risks blindly. They do thorough research and hire experts to guide them. They also diversify their investments, which reduces the potential negative impact of a single failure. Wealthy families understand that the more diverse their investments, the less risk they face overall. This approach enables them to achieve consistent growth. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing, said Warren Buffett, one of the world's wealthiest investors. Wealthy families know that success in wealth building comes from informed, calculated risks. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning these insider tips, make sure to subscribe for more financial wisdom. Let's continue uncovering how the rich manage their money, together. In conclusion, wealthy families approach finances with a long-term, calculated mindset. From building financial legacies and budgeting to investing in education and teaching financial wisdom, their strategies go beyond simply accumulating wealth. Instead, they focus on growing and preserving their wealth for future generations. By understanding how these families handle money internally, we can gain valuable insights into how wealth is not just built, but sustained and passed on.